Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to $3 Theater, and this is an interesting story because it does go to show you precisely where things are going to be headed in the next couple years as we come to live in this new normal, this new reality. One that at the beginning of 2020, no one thought was going to be a thing, but here we are nearly halfway through, and we're kind of realizing that life is never going to be the same again. It's like we all kind of hit some weird milestone in our life overnight without even really realizing it, but that is how the wings of change tend to work. And so today, it's being announced that San Diego Comic-Con is going to be doing an at-home edition. Saying here, no lines, badges for all, and of course, personalized snacks. Now, they're not going to be providing those snacks. That is up to you, but this to me is quite fascinating. So let's see what it says. It says, nerds around the world felt like they'd just been given a wedgie when San Diego Comic-Con had to cancel its annual July event. I already don't like that opening line. This would have been my 20th Comic-Con. My 20th. 20 years ago, July is when I went to my very first Comic-Con. So, this was a bit of a milestone for me, and I'm not very happy that I have to miss it this year. But it's gone beyond the realm of nerd and nerd culture. This is the mainstream. It's absolutely the mainstream. It's the biggest of its kind throughout the entire world. And to sit there right off the bat and just go, well, nerds, they avoided getting away. Whatever, dude. Now, it says here that the conference announced on Friday that an at-home version of the event will be streamed this summer, date to be announced, saying coming soon, free parking, comfy chairs, personalized snacks, no lines, pets welcome, badges for all, and a front row seat to Comic-Con at home. The convention was originally slated to happen on July 23rd. Presumably, the digital version will be held around the same date. I'm going to assume that's the same as well. Festival producers vowed a return to the live event next year when the cancellation was originally announced, recognizing that countless attendees save and plan for its conventions each year, and how many exhibitors and stakeholders rely upon its events for a major portion of their livelihood. In fact, if you've ever met any of the artists that travel around, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. That is a pretty big deal. And so hopefully they'll be able to figure it out. Anyway, so it's coming this summer, Comic-Con at home. That's really about it. They have a little 18-second teaser. Nothing there worth really kind of losing your crap over. However, let's kind of talk about what to expect. So, they obviously make the joke. No lines, no free parking, everyone welcome, badges for all, and those are all kind of common complaints for Comic-Con. When you go and when you attend, it's always like the lines are insanely long. They've only gotten longer, more annoying, and less organized as years have gone on. Parking is now a lottery system that you're lucky if you get into. And the prices, if you get in, are now astronomically high. Hotels are insanely overpriced. And everything about Comic-Con feels like you're going to be spending 1 month's salary to even attend. I'm fortunate to have family who lives in San Diego, so I get to crash with them. And I've been doing this for long enough. I know all the little tips and tricks and stuff. So there's that. But when people go to Comic-Con for different reasons, you have your cosplayers who are now a large portion of Comic-Con, and not one of the better ones. I actually kind of feel they've really kind of delineated a lot of it, but you've also got a lot of video game stuff that goes on there, or at least, well, it used to be a lot more. Now it's kind of slowed down. You've got television as a big factor on the show floor. You've got some movies on the show floor, and then, your big Marvel, DC stuff. But it's changed a lot. Comic-Con is very now not much about the comics, and that's, again, an ongoing thing. But the panels are a big reason to go. You get to see these cool little panels, and I think what they're going to do is just host a bunch of them via Zoom, and that's going to be it. I have long said that they should stream the panels for Comic-Con, or they should stream them. You should be able to see them. That's not going to stop people from attending if they still can't see the exclusive footage, but they get to then at least see the people interacting on stage. And that, of course, is going to be what people want to see. Every one of these rooms has camera equipment that allows for the panels to be not only recorded, but clearly streamed to the internet. They could make it work, and I think this is going to be a tester. Comic-Con 2021, I would not be surprised if Comic-Con at home is a success. if 2021 ends up being if it ends up being a hybrid, where if you want to go, it's there, but you can also maybe buy like an online exclusivity badge. $50 or something allows you to get access to all the panels. Of course, it's Comic-Con. They're going to charge you a lot more than $50. But I think people at that point would be able to go and be able to at least enjoy the panels they want to see, because occasionally they do some pretty cool panels. One of the coolest panels I ever saw was back in 2007 when Max Brooks, author of the Zombie Survival Guide, World War Z, and Mel Brooks' son, spent an hour on stage interviewing George A. Romero about zombies. That was cool. And this was in 2007. So no one thought to record that shit, which they should have. That would have been amazing. But when I look at this, when I think of where things are going to go, this is kind of the future. Zoom conference calls, people coming on in, having conversations, live streams from sets as they happen, instead of the actors having to fly to San Diego early in the morning and fly back to set that night, which is what happens. They can do this now to give people that same kind of interactivity, but from home. And this could be the end of Comic-Con as we know it. And I think it is. And I say that because not only is Comic-Con's fun, but it's also sometimes way more hassle than it's worth. And I say that because it's 150 to 200,000 people in the general area. It's not just a convention center anymore. It's all of downtown. The city refuses to expand the convention center to be able to accommodate more people, more booths, more parking, things like that. And they just kind of, everyone braces for impact for that week. And it stops being fun when you just go to spend 4 days in line to maybe or maybe not get something. So the concept of Comic-Con has to fundamentally change. And everyone's been asking the organization to make these changes and to work with the city. And this lack of an event is going to take away $200 million in a week that San Diego's economy would get. So they're going to have to react too. And if they don't react well enough, this could really start to spell the end, because I think people are going to be fearful of large gatherings. And next year, how much you want to bet people are going to be requiring masks to walk around the floor? You know, come to Comic-Con 2021, get your PPE mask with every badge. You know, and it's got to last you 4 or 5 days. That's going to be, people aren't going to want that. You don't go to San Diego in the summer to wear a mask and walk around. Well, I mean, cosplayers do, so they'll be right at home. Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts about this. Is this something that interests you? Something that you want to see? Something that you're interested in seeing? Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for watching, and peace the hell out.